I'm Stevie Lee, former defensive tackle for the University of Texas.
And I'm Clyde Hargrove. I'm a roofer.
I also saw action in 52 games.
And I fix a lot of roofs.
Also won a Rose Bowl and never lost to A&M.
And I fix a lot of roofs, right, Stevie?
Oh, right. I'm sorry, I zoned out a little bit.
So are you going to say that thing about Hargrove Roofing?
Hargrove Roofing. Know who's on your roof.
Is this even going to work as a commercial?
Stevie, I always thought that you slammed that ball a little too hard into Mr. Hargrove's abdominal region.
You know, that's probably take number 20 right there. So he went home bruised, man. Clyde's a good dude.
Good people, the entire Hargrove family. We're going to talk about them, but as you know, I know for a lot of kids who are in school-age kids, college, whatnot, and even some parents our age, it is spring break season, but spring break also coincides with another special time of year.
Things you have to do this time of year, you did them this time of year right now. You finish and you advance, okay? Great job tonight. Stay together. Keep working.
There you go. Rodney Terry, the embattled head coach. A lot of rumors about his future at Texas, but, man, they got it done. A lot of losses, a lot of quality wins. They won 2 at the SEC tournament, and that was just enough to get them in to experience March Madness. I am Sean Clinch, the co-host of The Pass Rusher, Stevie Lee, and the host of Stories Inside the Man Cave. That's our guy, Stevie Lee. He is the co-host of the namesake of this series of shows, March Madness, the Texas Longhorns. We're going to dive deeper into it, but your initial reaction to this special 2 to 3 weeks as we crown the champion of college basketball later and later into the month of April, and it's March Madness.
It's going to be fun, man. I will tell y'all this. The winner of the national championship of this NCAA tournament is going to come out of Texas.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I will say that.
You know what? I'm going to shock you with something later in the show that I think validates that, but you don't need me to validate you because Stevie, he's a positive guy, and he's also a pretty sharp guy, and he played for Mac Brown, so you got to be a sharp guy.
Yeah.
Man, Stevie Lee, we love talking about all of our sponsors, but we love the one who really takes care of us for this one, Hargrove Roofing. Take it. The face of Hargrove Roofing, the Stevie Lee.
I don't know if I'm the face of Hargrove Roofing. I think Billy does a good job at that, but Hargrove Roofing, know who's on your roof.
Let's dig deep into March Madness. You ready, Stevie Lee?
Let's do it.
Let's ride.
The key to our three-point line defense is I got bigs that can get out there and guard guards. I got bigs that can get out there and guard guards. And my guards aren't pussies. They're going to go down there and bang a little bit. You know, that's good to go.
Bruce Pearl dropped the
Now TV, man.
Hey, no filter. And they are the number 1 overall seed of this field of 68. Bruce Pearl and the Auburn Tigers. Your thoughts when you heard that, man? But, you know, Auburn lost 3 of their last 4, I believe.
Yeah. That's, I don't know, man. It's just, you know, for head coaches, sometimes they got to be a little cooped on camera. But for a player, and see his coach come up and defend them like that, they're gonna run through a brick wall for him. And he was fired up right there, man. So, you know, I don't have a problem with it. We hear it every day.
Yeah, we hear. It's not like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't hear that word.
It's the little old ladies clutching their pearls, you know.
That Bruce Pearl. Got you. Yeah, it's we live in a soft world, sometimes, but it is refreshing to hear. But I even jolted a little bit. What did he drop that? But he did. But unbelievable. Auburn, one of 14 SEC schools programs which receive bids to the NCAA tournament. Record 14 teams. They might as well should have just gone ahead and invited everybody of the 16.
No question, man. And when I was filling out my bracket, I started looking. I was like, "There's another one. There's another one. There's another one." But we'll see how it works out, though, man. Sometimes there's a lot of hype. So there's some other good schools out there, and that's going to play some really good basketball. I'm looking forward to it this week.
I am too. And it had to have been a really tough for the NCAA selection committee because historically speaking, what they try to do is avoid having conference teams face each other in the first two rounds. They try to avoid it. I mean, in the second round, you could potentially have Florida, Oklahoma, Kentucky, and Texas, and Alabama and Vandy in round two. So when you have 20.5% of the field of 68 from the same conference, man, that's going to be it's tough to avoid having those second round matchups. It's just it's a tough job, but I did not anticipate the SEC having the year that they've had, and we're going to talk more about that. This is episode 454. When you have an opportunity, please like and follow each of our social media platforms. Here they are listed, and the best one yet, subscribe for free. And in this economy, anything for free is beautiful. Subscribe for free to the Stories Inside the Man Cave Podcast YouTube page. All right, we talked about 14 teams. Texas and Oklahoma both got in with 12 conference losses, 6 and 12. You and I talked about it. We thought 9-9, 8-10 would get them in. But that's the most conference losses by any of the at-large bid, the teams that received at-large bids. I mean, do you think it's justified that both of them got in with 12 conference losses out of 18 games?
Yeah, the conference is just stacked this year, man. The SEC is just good. It's just kind of in basketball, kind of a little bit of head and shoulders over the rest of them right now. So that's okay. That's okay. Having them get in, it just shows you how deep the SEC is. It was fun to watch every SEC game this year. I can't say that about any other conferences.
No, I mean the Big 12 still solid without Texas and Oklahoma, not as powerful as they were. Even Kansas had 12 losses this year. And one of which the Big 12 teams are, and it's not who you think it is. It's going to be one of my Final Four picks. But Texas will start out in a play-in game, the first four, as they call it, in Dayton. 2 11 seed and 2 16 seeds. The 2 16-seeded teams. There's 4 16 seeds, of course, and 4 11 seeds. Why it's like this, I'm really not sure, but they're having the 2 11 seeds who essentially are from big power basketball conferences play in, so to speak. They're a part of the field of 68. Texas will face Xavier in Dayton on Wednesday, and the winner will get Brad Underwood, the former Stephen F. Austin head coach, then Oklahoma State, then to Illinois. Texas will play Xavier for the right to fight or play the Fighting Illini the next game. What's your take on this? I mean, this is a new season, in my opinion.
It is a new season, and we got talent, man. I don't know that we always have them in the right place where they need to be. I think we got the talent there. I don't think we have as much length as we
that's what
as other schools and things like that, but we got quickness, So I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to watch. I did my bracket today. Sadly, I did not have us going that deep. Paul, that's what she said.
That's what she did say.
So I don't know,
a lot,
man.
Stevie.
So I was happy, and the ESPN bracket that I did, I didn't have to choose Xavier or Texas.
That none of them.
Yeah.
So, but do you think Texas will get past Xavier?
I was hoping you didn't ask me that question.
I think they're going to be in for a battle. They've had some battles in the NIT, the NCAA tournament, dating back to the Running Horns, Tom Pender's. I think it was the 89-90 season. Texas was down big, and they came back to win, and they got to the Elite Eight that year. But that past has no factor on current. I think Texas wins.
Texas beats Xavier.
Yeah, and I do. And I also think because Illinois has been banged up all year out of the Big Ten, don't be surprised if you see Texas advance. Seriously. After Illinois. I mean, I think they can handle these first two games.
Okay. Let's do it.
I mean, because you got
that's not what I have.
Oh, that's fine. And I'm not being just this optimistic guy that has blinders on or the burnt orange wool over my eyes. I mean, Texas, you got to admit, what Texas missed this year was Kendall Weaver. He's been hurt almost all season. He's back. They're a different team with him in the lineup.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So, all right. I'll put us over Xavier for sure.
Okay. They're going to get at least one win.
One win.
Probably the play-in. I say they make it to the round of 32 against probably Kentucky, a rematch.
Okay.
And Texas, I beat them this year. So, but I think they make it to the round of 32.
Got you.
But is that enough to save Rodney's job?
Ooh. I don't think so. I really don't. I wish it was. But Rodney's a nice guy. Love him, man. Met him a couple times. Great dude. He's Texas through and through. But I don't think so. I think that there's some young talent out there that can coach.
Or old talent.
I'm sorry?
Or old talent.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. And so, I think that they're wanting to make a change to get some fresh eyes on the program. So
yeah,
when I went to the last home game and I enjoyed it. We lost that game, but I enjoyed the last home game, and I enjoyed seeing Rodney on the sideline then. And I thought it's probably his last home game. I really did think that's
a good observation.
Yeah.
I'd hate to see it, but something's missing. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the combination of talents. I mean, these kids are talented, but we've said it before. There's something missing, and I don't know what it is. You've got one of the top 5 best players in the country in Trey Johnson. But I want to say this. I think it would look – the optics would be horrible if Texas wins the play-in game, then beats Illinois, and then bows out in the round of 32, or dare I say, goes to Sweet 16 and loses. Come on, man. You can't fire a coach.
From the Sweet 16?
Or even the round of 32.
No, you can't for the round of 32. That's still
you can fire anybody, but it's just to me.
The round of 32, I think you still can. But you have a point with the round of 16, the Sweet 16.
Okay.
Yeah, you have a point.
Rodney Terry's won 4 NCAA tournament games. That's a lot more than Shaka Smart and even Rick Barnes in his last few years.
Yeah, but Rick,
Well, Rick has skins on the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Rick has a bunch of players that he brought to the University of Texas and put in the NBA. So
they probably could play NFL as well.
They probably could. Durant, it can be a great receiver, how long he is.
God, tight end. No one would get around him.
No.
Hey, you talked about young talent and coaching. I said old talent, but Rick Pitino, keep an eye on those guys. They're the 2 seed. I mean, this is an old school guy who coached at Providence, Kentucky, and has taken a lot of programs to some big places, Louisville, championship pedigree. After they won their conference tournament, he's Irish. Well, he's not Irish. Pitino's not Irish. But they were asking him how he was going to celebrate because he's a 2 seed.
Coach, how do you celebrate tonight? I'm going to drink a quart of Jameson's. No.
St. Patty's Day.
Good for you.
A quart, huh?
A quart. That's a lot of Jameson Irish.
A lot of Jameson. But he deserves it, man.
He does.
He deserves it.
He's one of those guys that he develops players, teams, whatnot, and does a great job. I mean, always. So St. John's, I think they've got as good a chance as anybody to go to the Final Four. And that leads us to this. You always talk about the NCAA tournament when you pick your brackets, upset potential. And it's almost always those 3-14, 4-13, and 5 versus 12 seeds. These are the upset potential that I have in this first round.
Mm-hmm.
Yale, don't be surprised if Yale upsets the Aggies.
Golly. I almost picked Yale, but I did not. I didn't.
It's going to be an interesting matchup. Lipscomb, and I think I misspelled it. Lipscomb, did I misspell that?
Lipscomb?
And Iowa State.
Lips. No, you spelled it correctly.
Oh, it just doesn't look right.
Yeah.
But Iowa State could be in trouble. Mm-hmm. One team I like that I've seen from out west, Colorado State. 12 versus 5. Memphis is a really good team. And then Drake versus Missouri. Watch out for Purdue. I really enjoyed watching what I saw from this 13 seed High Point versus Purdue. I mean, Stephen F. Austin made a living as a 12 and 13 seed and pulled off some upsets. And there's been plenty more. Look at Virginia Commonwealth. I think when Shaka Smart was there, I think they were 11 or 12 seed and made it all the way to the Final Four. This is where you make a big name for yourself in bracket picking.
Mm-hmm.
This is where, yeah.
What I did is I got 2 upsets.
Okay.
2 big upsets. I got Vanderbilt over St. Mary's.
I took them in one of my brackets.
Mm-hmm.
SEC.
I mean, that's not a big upset. It's an upset. But my biggest upset is Utah State over UCLA.
Potential, man.
Utah State, number 10. Oh, wait. No, I'm sorry. Yeah. And UCLA is number 7, but I thought I had some bigger ones in there. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Those are my big upsets. The biggest upsets, I think.
No, that's it.
Yeah.
Hey, and all you always those 13 and 14 seeds are so dangerous. Not all of them, but some.
Yeah.
And it's just it's historic, especially the last 10 to 15 years. And then
did you do your bracket?
I've done 3 of them.
You done 3 of them. How many of them came out with the same champion?
My champion, majority of them is Tennessee.
Really?
Yeah.
I like Rick too, man. I do, but I got Rick. That means. Did you have him playing Houston at some point?
Yes, and I also have him playing Auburn in all SEC championship game.
See, I don't see Tennessee getting past Houston.
Houston's legit. Kelvin Sampson's doing a fantastic job with them. You know,
and remember I told you guys in the beginning of the show, there's a team that's going to win the national championship out of Texas.
Okay. Well, here's my pick out of Texas.
Okay. Texas Tech?
Texas Tech.
Texas Tech. Okay.
They've got to carry that momentum, though, because they, as good as they are, and Coach McCaslin's done a phenomenal job up there in Lubbock, as good as they are, they have their deficiencies, like almost all teams.
Mm-hmm.
When Texas Tech gets rolling that momentum, I mean, they've had some experience here the last especially Chris Beard playing on a Monday night. They've got a good resume of what this program can do. I mean, Texas Tech in the Final Four shouldn't shock anybody. Playing on that Monday night, that may shock some people, but I see Tech potentially being that team from Texas.
Yeah, see, I don't see Texas Tech getting past the SEC team out of Missouri.
Okay.
Yeah. So a Big 12 and an SEC team meets up. I'm taking the SEC team right now. So
you've seen enough of them.
Yeah. So I got Missouri taking down Texas Tech, but my team, I'll give you half of my Final Four, and that's Auburn and St. John's.
Oh, you do? You do like Purdue? I mean, St. John's.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I got Auburn and St. John's, and then you want my other four? Other two?
Yep.
I got Alabama and Houston.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Houston's good, man. And if anyone, I have not been to a game at Hofheinz Pavilion since they renovated it, but they've got a great environment there. You know, Kelvin Sampson and his son have done a great job with that program.
Yeah.
And they've been consistent. I think it's the third straight year they've been a number one seed.
Mm-hmm. Now I am I'm kind of torn on who's winning against Alabama or Auburn and St. John's. Who wins that game to go on to play Houston? I tell you who I got, but
Hey, we'll stick with Final Four, and then next week or the week after, we'll see what you got.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's do that.
Yeah, but I like Auburn to pick it up or Tennessee. I think Houston makes it to the Final Four for sure. They're that good. I mean, they're doing this without Shed from Austin. Shed is doing things in the NBA now.
Yeah.
But we want you. You're just hours away from the deadline. We've done this now 3 years. Last year we had 56 entries, and the winner, I couldn't get a hold of him. Could not get a hold of him. And this is the Man Cave's March Madness Bracket Challenge, CBSSports.com or on your CBS Sports app. You go stories inside the Man Cave Bracket Challenge, and the password, all lowercase letters, Man Cave 2025. Man Cave 2025. A prize purse. Listen to this. Round Rock Express contributed. Shoal Creek Saloon. It is crawfish season. Dirty Martin's. Delicious. ATX Original. Iconic. And Butler Pitch and Putt. If you have not been out there, big shout out to JB, Jason Black. Runs that, owns it, does a fantastic. It is a great place for business, social. They have a bar. They have food trucks. It is. It's 9 holes of just pitch and putt. It's a great time. It's shaded, beautiful. I would recommend one thing though when you go: Uber.
Oh, no question. No question.
Parking is difficult, but parking is difficult anywhere near downtown. So register now. Get on it. Jump in the stories inside the Man Cave Podcast March Madness Bracket Challenge. cbssports.com or CBS Sports app, and just pick your bracket, finalize it, use the password ManCave2025, all lowercase, ManCave2025. Stevie, I didn't see your name in there last check.
I'm going to it right now. So when we get off, I'll go right into it, man.
Hey, I've got faith in you. Hey, the women's NCAA tournament, there should be more parity than there ever has been. And those Texas ladies, man, what a team. 30-win regular season, a number one, one of the 4 number 1 seeds. They're going to be playing at home for the first 2 rounds. And Vic Schaefer's done a phenomenal job. He justifies why this team can win the whole damn thing.
This tournament is single elimination. It's 6 games. How many times have we won 6 in a row? A bunch. So that to me is where we're at right now. So let's go win 6.
I love it. Why not?
6 more games. That's all you need.
Not? I mean, seriously, why not?
Yep.
I mean, number 1 seed, they're going to host the first 2 rounds at the Mood. And this is what it looks like for them. It's going to be a late tip-off on Saturday. They are going to tip off tentatively at 8:45 p.m.
Yeah. It is a late game, but it's okay. They'll be fine.
They're going to face the winner of High Point or William and Mary.
Yep. Which
Texas will probably dispose of them by, what do you say, over-under 40-point victory?
Under,
really?
This is a grueling time, so he'll take his starters out and let the other girls play, let some younger girls play, and if they get under 30 or get close to 20 points, he'll put the starters back in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they need to they need to come out high, rest, and then rest up because they got to turn around and play again.
And if they win, which they will, more than likely, on Monday nights, they'll face the winner of Creighton, Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
Win that, they go to the second weekend, the round of 16, Elite 8, and they'll play that in Birmingham, Alabama.
Good stuff.
Good stuff, man. And hey, shout out to my alma mater, the Stephen F. Austin Lady Jacks, back in the dance for the 19th time.
I saw that.
And they've won 10 NCAA tournament games in the program's history, been to the Sweet 16 2 or 3 times, maybe 4. They'll face third-seeded Notre Dame, which is going to be a hell of a challenge. But why not, man? Why not shock the nation? That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say. Hey, I've got something for you, man. When I saw this, I thought of you immediately. Caption this. We all love National Lampoon's Vacation. There's Clark W. Griswold. We all know him as Chevy Chase. And his son Rusty, when they were out in the desert and they wrecked the car out in the desert and he's sharing a black and white label beer. 1983 when that movie came out. Look at Rusty and Clark this year.
Wow.
They aged a little bit.
What's that?
They aged a little bit.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
That's real nice, Clark. Man, hey, segment 2. We're wrapping this up. March Madness is taking over, but wow, first-year head coach, same great program, new conference, but same result, or maybe a much better result than most. College baseball. Man, Disch-Falk Field in Austin, Texas. This has become a Longhorn-themed show. It's about to get buck wild. Maybe buck naked, but buck wild at Disch-Falk Field. SEC baseball, first year of it. Stevie, we're going to hear from you and Hargrove Roofing, and on the other side, man, I got to show you something. This is unreal what this baseball team is doing after 18 games.
Yeah.
I'll see you on the other side.
Today is going to be an exciting day at the Hargrove office as we bring in a local celebrity. Welcome the kicking phenom, Bert Auburn, conference champion of the Texas Longhorn football team, all-conference kicker. He's going to be our new spokesman. Bert's the best kicker in the conference. He plays for the Texas Longhorns. As you can see, Bert's awesome. Hey, Stevie.
Dude, you're really replacing me with a kicker?
No, not at all, man. Hey, guys, who wants a picture with Stevie? Anyone? Stevie almost won a Big 12 championship. Hargrove Roofing. Know who's on your roof.
The Bully is a cozy Austin original bar and grill that feels like home. Boulevard Bar and Grill, nestled into this Northwest Hills strip mall, recently celebrated 2 decades. The drink prices are like going back to 2004. It's where familiar faces gather and everyone knows your name. The Bully family are also friends of the stories inside the Man Cave podcast. Boulevard Bar and Grill on Far West Boulevard in Northwest Austin.
Ball and 2 strikes. This one lifted down the left field line. Long run for Farmer. He dives and he makes the catch.
I mean, you won't see a better play in college baseball than that right there all day long, I promise you.
Hell of a name, hell of a catch, Tommy Farmer. Jim Schlossnagel's first year as Texas head coach. He was the Aggies head coach for a few seasons, and I don't know if you've been following along. This is about the time of year when people really start, following college baseball a little more. Yeah. But I'm biased. I've loved college baseball. Mid-April's when teams really start coming together. But, Stevie, all this team did, and you saw Tommy Farmer's catch, they went into one of the biggest college baseball stadiums in the country and perhaps one of the best environments in the SEC. Texas not only won the series at Mississippi State, swept them.
Mm-hmm.
First ever SEC series.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I didn't watch it. I was at volleyball for my girls, but when I heard it, I was like, that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool, and I knew special things was coming because of our new coaching staff that we got, but this is better than anyone could expect of a start from the University of Texas.
Unreal, and it's about to be insane this weekend. So Texas has vaulted. There's several college baseball polls. One of them has Texas all the way up to number 5 in the country. Our good friend Kendall Rogers, Man Cave VIP alumni, runs D1Baseball.com, does a fantastic job. Has Texas at 8. LSU is coming to town. This is a top 8, top 5 showdown.
Yeah.
It's going to be a huge series. And SEC is a gauntlet in baseball. LSU, Texas at Disch-Falk Field all weekend. Stevie, that is going to be party central because those LSU fans, they party up, they cook it out, make it fun. Last time they were here, somehow Texas swept LSU in a non-conference series.
Yeah. It's going to be fun, man. All my friends down in Louisiana, they're rowdy. So we invite them here. We love them. When they get here, just be respectful with each other and just have fun, man. It's going to be a beautiful weekend. Just have fun and bring some boudin. You know what I mean?
Boudin sausage. Yeah, man. They do it right. They may have some cooking up some gumbo. All the aroma from the LSU fans is all that good cooking from South Louisiana.
Which I just left. I got back last night.
Yeah, you did. That's right. For your girls' volleyball tournament, right?
Yeah, man.
All right, I didn't get my dry erase board ready. You and I talked about it. Stevie's ATX pro tip of the week, or for the next 2 weeks. It involves the great outdoors of Austin, Texas.
The great outdoors of Austin, Texas. You really gotta, when I got out of college, Austin was ranked one of the fittest cities in America. and probably still at the top of that list as well, because we have so much great outdoors. Dude, just go to Lady Bird Lake and experience the hike and bike walk trail. You can do whatever you want on this trail, but it goes all the way around the beautiful Lady Bird Lake. You can stand up paddleboard out there. They have boat rentals that you can take a little boat that looks like a 57 Chevrolet, out on the water. And it's in the middle of the city. You look on one side, you got the Austin skyline. You look on the other side, you have the Long Center and Zilker Park and things like that. So it's just a world-class city that you can do all these fun activities in the middle of the city central, And then when you get off the water, when you get off the trail, there's plenty of places to go and hang out and eat and have a beer and have a cocktail and be with the people in Austin, Texas. Man, that's my pro tip. Just enjoy the town that you live in. If you don't live here, come on in, have a good time. It's going to be fun. It's a fun way of just getting out and just meeting people.
Yeah, it works 100% of the time. You'll meet people. You can visit here, but don't move here.
I feel like since you're from here, you've been saying that for a long time.
Yeah, hey, you come and visit, but truly, we are at capacity. Hey,
no one's listening to you either.
But I left for a couple decades, so
yeah.
I'm back. I will add to that, man. The paddle boarding, you go up above another dam on Lake Austin. Had a great time paddle boarding. You can go to Mozart's, man. A favorite blonde, curly-headed blonde, and I did that last year. Man, we had a great time. Paddle boarding at Mozart's, you go all the way across the river. It's just a few miles up from where you're talking about.
Yeah, absolutely. But isn't there more boats that go around that, like speed boats that are around there?
Yeah, because boating's allowed on Lake Austin.
Yeah, and so you didn't hit any big waves?
No, because there's a no-wake zone.
No wake zone. That's true. Yeah, that's true. Good. No, that sounds like fun, man.
Cheap,
sounds like a lot of fun.
$40. You get it for over an hour.
Yeah.
Good time.
That's good.
Hey, our Tik Tokking in the Man Cave, it's one of your favorite follows on social media. Always makes you wonder when you see certain things, do you think that something phallic or something sexual in nature was in mind when certain things are created? And yeah, you be the judge.
That thing looks just like a... Sorry, my phone cut off. I was going to say a very secure locking mechanism. Listen, did you know that sloths can hold their breath underwater longer than dolphins can? Well, now you do.
Your boy Nunley. How about that lock?
That was a perfect fit, too.
It was a perfect fit. Nice jigsaw puzzle. Very phallic.
I need to get one of those for my office door.
You do. A little phallic in nature.
No question.
That was like foreplay.
Hey, man, tell me something good.
My brother, Stevie Lee. Tell me something. There's a lot to be thankful for.
Yeah.
Even with all this wind and dust that we have and falling embers of ash, shout out and prayers to those in Fredericksburg, Texas, Gillespie County. These winds have not helped the situation. And to all of our friends who we have quite a few viewers and listeners in Tulsa, Oklahoma City, but it's Stillwater where Oklahoma State University is. Large wildfire, and it has been hard to contain. And for our friends in just west of Austin in Gillespie County, and man, we're thinking of you guys, and it's tough. Wildfires are a freak of nature, sad. But I'll tell you something good, man. I've had a lot of time to reflect on things here of late, past month or so. And, life can be very difficult for everybody. I saw a shirt that says we all have our own shit.
Yeah.
But find a way.
Yeah.
You know, you look around. I've noticed that there's something good about every day. And I do want to share this, that I just joined the Jewish Community Center, one of the best athletic facilities for, you know, recreation, pickleball, swimming, tennis, you know, all state-of-the-art workouts, basketball, everything there. Man, to go in the sauna, the steam room, the J, as they call it, up here in Northwest Hills. I started doing that, got back into pickleball, got into the Bikram yoga, back into that. Man, it is really game-changing to the mental peace. So you just move your body, go outside, walk in that wind. That's why I'm bald, because I've taken done my cardio in the wind a lot. It all started in Oklahoma, so that's the reason why the follicles are no longer. But
there you go.
That's something good, man. Get your body moving when you start. Spirits are down, or it's caused by things that you have no control over. That's it.
No, that's good, man. That's good. The wellness, that is something good, man. Get up there and do your thing. I'm proud of you, dude. But I'm gonna pivot a little bit.
Okay.
It's mid-March, y'all, and you know, I work from home. And shout out to you people that work from home and the people that have to go into the office. I'm sorry, but I can get my computer and sit on my couch during the day and watch March Madness on my TV. You know, there's something. This is always a fun time of the year. I try to get up early and get most of my work done before the games start.
Yes.
And by the time, you know, midway through the second game, I'm already done and I'm liquored up. So I'm done with working and I'm liquored up, man. So this week is going to be fun. The first round of 64 game starts on the 20th. Yeah. So what is that? Thursday?
Yeah.
Thursday, and then Texas plays tomorrow, right?
On Wednesday.
Wednesday. Yes, tomorrow.
First four games.
Oh, yeah. First four games on Wednesday. So, guys, it's here. So that's something good for me. I realized that, and I just started smiling, dude. So I got a couple things to do for work outside the house tomorrow, but I'll be back. I'll be back on my couch. If y'all need to find me, I'm on my couch with a bourbon in my hand. I'm about to go make some ice right now.
What kind of bourbon are we choosing?
Right now, I got 2 bottles of Eagle Rare. Whenever I find a bottle, I go ahead and buy it. And tomorrow, I think I'm going to crack open one of those bottles.
Man, you're smart. I like that. Go check out my boy Dave Ramirez at Northwest Hills Liquor. Non-biased promotion. Shameless plug. Yeah. His bourbon and whiskey knowledge and wine knowledge off the charts.
Good. Awesome. Good stuff, man. That's good stuff.
Man, Stevie, March Madness, you nailed it. Man, God, it's that transition to spring. It's just, oh my God. The bluebonnets are starting to peek their little heads out. And the mountain laurel, if you've never smelled it, it's heavenly. Mountain laurel only blooms very short time frame. Mountain laurel is my favorite aroma in the spring. Mm-hmm. Just gives me puts me in a good mood. It reminds me of G-Maw, the late Audrey Joyce Clinch. My grandmother, G-Maw, had mountain laurels at her house, and I grew up smelling that. And when I smell it out here, it brings back good thoughts. And be sure, again, reminder, jump on to CBSSports.com or the CBS Sports app. Look for the stories inside the Man Cave Bracket Challenge. Get your picks. It's free. And you may get something out of it if you win the damn thing. Round Rock Express has donated Dirty Martin's, Shoal Creek Saloon. We're still in the midst of crawfish season, and Butler Pitch and Putt. Shout out to Jason Black, fine American, good human, and Stevie Lee. Big shout out to the Hargrove family in your hometown, Shreveport Evangel. I know that's where you went to high school, Evangel Christian. Shout out to the city of Shreveport. We have a lot of viewers and listeners from there as well, and to the entire state of the Boot State, Louisiana, and the city of my college alma mater, the oldest town in Texas, Nacogdoches. Behind the pine curtain, the red brick roads of downtown Nacogdoches. We're going to get back to the NCAA tournament. We hired a young assistant from Texas Tech. He's after whenever they get eliminated, might be in the Final Four. You got a new era starting, a new sheriff in town is going to bring SFA back to the March Madness power that it once was. And to all of you across this great state of Texas and across this fine country, thank you for listening. Share our content. And to my beautiful hometown of Austin, Texas, and to Stevie Lee and his beautiful family, and to the OG Man Cave boys, that being Hardball Hard, Big Mike, and the Coach Mo. What do we tell them, Stevie Lee?
We out.
You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up.
I said get out.